What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today, we are finally going to talk about what I consider to be the 10 worst projects of 2017. Now, are these actually the worst in the grand scheme of things? I don't know. There were a lot of bad projects this year, but these are just 10 projects that really stuck out to me as being bad or even disappointing. So as usual, if you want to see the full reviews, you can check the information box underneath this video. And of course, hit me up in the comment section with your opinion and let me know if I missed out some projects, because I'm sure I did. I mean, I can only do 10 here. I could really run down like 30 terrible projects if I wanted to. But we're going to start with the obvious one, Eminem's Revival. As I said in the full review, on this project, he just doubled down on everything that people have been hating about his music lately. Awful hooks, pop ballads, rock beats, bad instrumentals, choppy flows. Everything about this was really just terrible. And what made it even worse is that he's capable of so much more. He dropped that Chloroseptic remix after this project came out, and if it had been on the album, it would have been the best song by far, man. So I don't know, he's got to get some new people around him, figure some shit out, because rather than calling out critics for calling him out for this bullshit music he's making, he should just be focusing on making better music, because he's more than capable. And coming in at the next spot, by the way, this isn't in order. This is just 10 projects I think are bad. I'm not going like 1, 2, 3, 4, just going down my list. One album that I think is really bad is that DMX project with Blackburner called Dog Eats Rabbit. This shit you probably never even heard of, but check it out because it's so bad you're going to be laughing your ass off. It's just a bunch of trappy dubstep production with random DMX bars, grunts, and growls scattered over top of it. The shit ain't even on beat, it makes no sense, and I have no idea how this came to be. I'm just going to assume DMX needed money because we know he's got some pretty crazy habits. He's in trouble all the time, so maybe that's what it was. I ain't going to hate on him for that, but whew, musically, that shit was atrocious. And one album that really disappointed me is Big Sean and Metro Boomin's Double or Nothing. In the review, I ran down some of the worst lyrics from that project, which are also some of the worst lyrics of 2017, so that was very disappointing. Big Sean is capable of more than that, much like I said with Eminem, because I did like Dark Sky Paradise, and on other songs he's snapped. I swear to God I say that pretty much every time I talk about Big Sean. But now I gotta reel it in because he's not doing me any favors when I go to defend him, so fuck it, man. That was a bad project, and as much as collaboration projects fell short in 2017, that was easily one of, if not the, worst one. And up next, we got Nav's self-titled project. There is absolutely just nothing interesting or unique about Nav's bland auto-crooning, so this is just a project where there's not even much to say, man. It really is just a snooze fest. It's basically audio chloroform. Definitely don't drive around to this shit, because if you do, you're going to fall asleep, smash through your windshield, and into an oak tree, or maybe a brick factory. That's how bad it is. And I couldn't do this list without mentioning Lil Yachty's Teenage Emotions. This one is just way too long, certainly didn't need to be as long as it was because there are hardly any good tracks on it, and you're just going to hear his slurry vocals, offbeat flows, and awful auto-crooning all over this shit, man. I thought there might be something interesting with it because of the title and the cover. It kind of looked like there might be some social commentary or deeper ideas, but this was about as deep as a one-man piss puddle in the desert. Not even sure if that really makes a lot of sense. I think it does. Just sounded kind of funny, so whatever, man. I'm gonna let it fly. And moving on, we got to come to the Cozy Tapes Volume 2. I actually did like Cozy Tapes Volume 1 from the ASAP Mob because it had some nice bangers and they showcased some chemistry, but this project here, Volume 2, was not hitting near as hard as I was hoping it would. The beats on this thing were very forgettable, they could have easily had better production, and as far as the verses, it just seems like they slopped this shit together, man. There's no real chemistry or cohesion on this thing, so to me, it all just came across as very rushed, man. I could have done without this one, straight up half-assed project, and very disappointing coming from the ASAP Mob. But up next, I got Playboy Coyote's self-titled project. This is just more of that watered-down rap that we got a lot of in 2017. Pretty much nothing interesting about the flows and lyrics other than him stalking and going nonstop and just ad-libbing all over this shit. I also believe there's a bit of auto-crooning and that garbage on there. So to me, this was really just a very boring album with nothing of interest happening on it. Other than Magnolia. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that one kind of banged. Some of the production on here is like all right, but as an overall project, this is one of those things that I think will be forgotten. I can't see this having a lot of longevity, and I actually feel the same way about the next entry from Lil Pump, because he put out a self-titled project. Same thing, rapping is absolutely subpar, nothing interesting being said, nothing great with the flows, vocals, or delivery, and just some banging production. even with the bangers, there's not really anything that stuck out a whole lot. So these projects to me are just painful to listen to. They really don't bring anything to the table. I would rather have my toenails torn out one by one by Victor Crowley. So that's how I feel about those. And I also have to throw on Ugly God's Booty Tape. This shit was so bad, even Ugly God himself went on Snapchat to basically apologize. He went on to say that he didn't want to be taken as a hip-hop joke for the rest of his career, so he wants to switch his style around, and that I absolutely can appreciate from him, because this shit was just terrible, man. This really was booty, like dirty booty with tons of will knots in it that you wouldn't be able to comb out, so that's how trash it was, man. No one really wants to mess around with some will knots, and I don't think you're going to want to mess around with this. There is some filthy lowbrow humor on it, but other than that, there is nothing essential about this project. And lastly, I gotta go with Wale's Project Shine. Just like Big Sean, Wale is another artist who I've often defended for his past work, but I don't know if I can do it anymore, man. With this one, he just got rid of all his lyrical content and bars and went for the more pop route. You're gonna see that he's got all kinds of poppy singers on here, some poppy beats, really just following pop trends. So to me, this was easily one of the weakest links in his discography, and all 10 of these projects are weak sauce, man. I was not feeling these. Like I said, I could have very easily added some more projects to this list, but I gotta stop somewhere, and you guys are gonna fill me in with some of the projects I missed. So do that in the comment section. Let me know what you think of my list. And of course, man, swing by my social media sites so you can show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.